Hey everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World. I hope your week has been good so far. Well, today we're going to be looking at a number of stories that have come across the market over the last few days. And really what it's to do with, most of it is about the FTX fiasco that's happened, but also where things might be going according to some key people in the industry. Now, as always, I try to bring you the most updated content I possibly can. If you like the content, give it a thumbs up. Better still, if you like the content and want to be updated with new articles that I release from time to time, hit that subscribe button so you can be notified as soon as I drop these articles onto YouTube. Okay, let's get cracking. Okay everyone, let's kick into today's news articles that are happening in the crypto space. The first one is obviously with the FTX collapse that has happened over the last week. There are now conflicting reports that are emerging about the SEC helping bankrupt crypto exchange FTX with their legal loopholes. So it goes on to say that the US Securities and Exchange Commission, or the SEC, this is the same SEC that is reportedly or is attacking Ripple for not registering their cells as a security. So anyway, the US Securities and Exchange Commission reportedly met with crypto exchange FTX and former CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF as he's known, several times before the crypto firm filed for bankruptcy. SEC Chairman Gary Gensler was rumored to be helping FTX with legal loopholes. However, a new report indicates a contradicting viewpoint. Gensler's own calendar shows that he did meet with Bankman-Fried in March, according to an SEC meeting note. Members of the staff of Chair Gensler met with staff of IEX and FTX to discuss the custody of digital asset securities by special purpose broker deals, including the unique risks associated with custody of digital asset securities and the conditional no action relief discussed in their statement. However, Fox Business Charles Gasparino explained that on Twitter on Saturday that contrary to the speculation about Gensler looking to grant former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried a regulatory monopoly on the crypto exchange. Meeting in March between the two sides was described by a person attending as a 45-minute lecture by Gensler on what he wants from a crypto exchange. Nonetheless, people have expressed on social media their belief that either Gensler or other SEC staff members were helping FTX. Some suspect that it was because Bankman-Fried is a big donor to the Democratic Party. The former FTX chief was the second largest donor to the Democrats in 2021 and 2022, donating a whopping $39.8 million, second only to another source, according to Open Secret's political donor data. So, look, there's a lot of speculation out in the market at the moment whether your crypto is safe or not on the exchanges that you might purchase and sell crypto through. Most people retain their cryptos on the exchanges. It's a little bit different in Australia. I think we've got lots more regulation and tighter security around that. So the exchanges that are over here, the main one, CoinSpot.com, I don't feel that there's any issues to be too concerned about. However, if you are concerned, you've certainly got to do your research and look at either probably a Tezos, a crypto wallet, a cold storage wallet, or maybe some of the hot wallets that are available online as well. So you can have a look at that if you want. Going on from that, Bitcoin and crypto markets pop as Binance CEO announces an industry recovery fund. Now, this is Binance, as you may or may not be aware, we're looking at buying out FTX. FTX did not pass their due diligence last week, and so the merge or the buyout didn't happen. And now the CEO, CZ, has announced that an announcement from the Binance CEO, CZ, or Changpeng Zhao, has triggered an immediate rise in the price of Bitcoin and the overall crypto markets. CZ says he's forming an industry recovery fund to support companies and projects that are struggling with liquidity in the aftermath of the collapse of FTX. He goes on to say that to further reduce the cascading negative effects of FTX, Binance is forming an industry recovery fund to help projects who are otherwise strong but in a liquidity crisis. More details to come soon. In the meantime, please contact Binance Labs if you think you qualify. Also welcome other industry players with cash who want to co-invest. Crypto is not going away. We're still here. Let's rebuild. So pretty positive quotes there, and plans for the largest crypto exchange being Binance. And I mentioned that probably, I think it was on earlier this week, that Binance would be one of the top coins I'd certainly be looking to add to my portfolio. Moving on from that, we've got two quick articles. One from Edward Snowden saying that he feels the itch to scale back into Bitcoin now that it's dropped to 16.5k. And Snowden has drawn his attention to buying Bitcoin after the March 2020 crash that happened before the huge rise that happened in 2020 as it consolidates below 17,000. The other player in the market is Elon Musk, who says that Bitcoin will make it. Bitcoin may be bruised, but big names are keeping the faith, as data shows investors have seized the chance to buy the dip on Bitcoin. And this is obviously something I've spoken about a number of times on this channel. You really want to take advantage of that. If you're a believer and you have faith in the project and you don't think it's going to go away, today might be a good day for you to purchase your first lot of Bitcoin, or maybe your second round, or you might be looking to dollar cost average. Of course, all of that is my investment opinion only, and not financial advice. If we go now and just have a quick look at the Bitcoin chart, this is what Bitcoin looked like all the way back in 2018. So you can see we had a whopping big rise up here from 2017 all the way up to 2018. It moved from around about 13, where are we here? Sorry, no, that's not the right. No, sorry, this is the total liquidity market, not actual Bitcoin. But you can see that the market moved from about 15 billion all the way up to 716 billion in that time frame, in just probably around about 18 months, something like that. Then in November 2018, where we thought the bottom was, so the market had fallen from 7 billion all the way down to 200 billion, and it moved sideways for quite a while. It moved sideways for about 2.5 months, and we thought the bottom was in back then, and then we had the final dip. Then we had a sideways movement before the market continually moved up in its upward motion that where we are today. Now we've seen the same thing. Oops, I'll just consolidate that chart. Now we're seeing exactly the same thing play out here. What we've had is we've had a huge dip that has dropped dramatically. We've had a rise. We've thought we've probably seen the bottom. We haven't seen the bottom, and the market is now continuing to go sideways. It has dropped a little bit lower than what it previously had, but it's not as low. It certainly has just bounced off a strong support and resistance line. So the thing to remember with markets is that everything repeats. It's almost like build, enjoy, deflation. Not deflate, but devalue and rebuild again. So again, it's just the same cycle repeating itself. I've mentioned on this channel before, we have a 30-day or 31-day cycle. There are also larger cycles that happen in play. They're probably too large for me to put onto a chart properly, but there is a 4-year cycle that happens as well. And we are at the bottom of that 4-year cycle. So I would suspect now that we are going to see more sideways movement, possibly until around about March next year, before we start to see the next uprise happen after this correction that's happened. Now, in saying that, nobody likes losing money at all, and the data that's come out regarding FTX and the exchange FTX absolutely is terrifying for those people who have invested their money into FTX or have purchased or sold crypto on FTX. However, in saying that, I hate saying it, but it kind of had to happen in a way. We do need some regulation in this space, and I don't think we need as much regulation as the SEC in America talking about, but we need some level of clarity around these exchanges that are taking our funds and telling us that they've purchased crypto on our behalf. Just a little bit of regulation would help ease the nervousness of the market out there, and would obviously make investors feel a little bit more comfortable. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen to this space. Generally speaking, we're so resourceful as human beings. After every major catastrophe that happens, we are really, really good at rebuilding and doing things better the second time around. So, and FTX isn't the first exchange, obviously, to fall apart. So there have been numerous ones over the last couple of years that have come and gone. This is just the latest one, but it will drive change in the industry, which is what I think we need. Finally, I've spoken about Raoul Pal before and his economic outlook regarding cryptos or altcoins or Bitcoin. He's just released a couple of statements regarding Ethereum, believing that the Ethereum bottom is already likely in. And it goes on to say that the former Goldman Sachs executive says that the bottom for Ethereum is likely already in and a crypto bull run is now just around the corner. The macro guru says those skeptical of the industry following the collapse of crypto exchange FTX are forgetting Bitcoin's historical performance and network growth. Now that's really important to remember. So with all of the catastrophes that have happened with crypto while we've been getting this market and this new investment arm going, it's suffered so many numerous and disastrous events one after the other over the last probably 10 to 15 years that despite all of that, Bitcoin and the alternate markets, alternate coins are still around to this day. The good ones are, at least anyway. Certainly a lot have dropped off the shelf and are nowhere to be seen at the moment. But your blue chip stuff, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Cardano, your chainlink, all those sort of stuff, theta, the ones who are really leading industry growth and are innovative have stood the test of time already. So they've gone through this cycle so many times. Now, Raoul goes on to say the dark times like these are typically precede big price increases. But this tiresome scam Ponzi nonsense hides the fact that the network growth in Bitcoin, taken from low to low, is 125% per year, which is astonishing growth. Each scam Ponzi low needs to a very large price increase, unlike any other asset, as liquidity comes back and the network keeps growing. So liquidity will soon return and turn. You don't need a super cycle of liquidity like 2020, just a positive cycle for crypto to perform as the network keeps growing. Setting his sights on Ethereum, Pal says the bottom most likely hitting June and that Ethereum is gearing up to once again outperform Bitcoin in another bull cycle. In the last cycle, Ethereum became dominant as its network effect grew faster and its returns were even larger than Bitcoin, roughly twice the increase. So that's just a bit of positive news despite the glum feel out there in the crypto space. Nothing is always as good as it seems, but nothing's always as bad as it seems either, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. So my investment opinion obviously is that I'm very excited about the crypto space. As I just mentioned, it's sad when bad things happen to good people, but from that generally we will rebuild. People smarter than me, not me personally, but humans will absolutely rebuild and do things better, and a little bit of regulation may help in that space as well. That's it for today. If you like what you've heard and you want to be kept up to date, give this a thumbs up to say thanks. And even better, if you want to be told and notified of when I'm going to be posting again, hit that subscribe button so you can be kept up to date with all the latest crypto news. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Cheers.